The joy and the pain. We're loving it, aren't we, at the minute? Walsall's bubble is definitely growing, and the new Travella group has given us hope, and things are moving in the right direction. There's another big change that's happened. The Walsall Community Programme has had a bit of a relaunch, and it's now the Walsall Foundation. And we're very honoured to have with us Adam Davy, the foundation director. How you doing, Adam?
Evening. I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
Oh, excellent. Yeah, as I say, I've been in Church Stretton getting burnt. My forehead is... We're heading to Edinburgh next week. We're going to be at the Fringe. So we're looking forward to that. I'll be popping a video out and showing people the delights of the Fringe, because I think it'll be about our 9th or 10th time there. But we're here to talk about Walsall. We're going to have a chat about Walsall and what's happened since the changes from your perspective, from inside the club. But first of all, can you tell us about how the change came about? So we know the foundation.
Yeah. So obviously we've been Walsall FC Community Programme since Mick Kearns started us with Roy Wally way back in 1989. And I mean, really over the 30 plus years that we've been in existence, and community schemes up and down the country, you know, every football club's got one of us, so to speak, as a community scheme. Lots of changes have happened. Obviously, growth, the number of programs, the diversity of programs that we deliver has grown and expanded. And the biggest change, I suppose, is that we all then started to become registered charities. So one by one, club schemes got registered charitable status. We've had ours since the early 2000s. And it kind of, I mean, the way I've put it across in some of the literature that's gone out is I think the word foundation better represents what a registered charity would do for their lead organisation. So obviously ours is the club, and we're the registered charity for the football club, and Walsall FC Foundation seemed like the right name to go with in trend with clubs up and down the country.
Yeah, I think because a lot of clubs have that foundation sort of status and that tagline, if you like, the community programme, as much as the description of that says exactly what it says on the tin and all that business, but I think people understand the foundation element a lot more. And I think when we talked before, I think people don't know enough about the stuff you're doing, and that's why I'm glad you've come back on the channel to sort of really share that. Got an early comment from Leighton. He's saying the foundation is great for the community. Let's hope it grows. And the more people that know about it, the better it'll grow.
I think so. Yeah, we do a lot, obviously, on social media. We produce our annual reports. We've got websites and all the usual kind of things that we've got to publicise what we do. Again, foundation kind of wraps it up in a much cleaner way. It's, you know, everybody's now a community trust, community foundation anyway, and not just following suit because everybody's doing it. It's just it feels the right thing to do, and it was something we were considering pre-COVID. Well, I was certainly about to propose it to the board of trustees and different people to gauge reaction, and then we've had a principal partnership agreement with HomeServe that was launched the earlier part of, middle part of last month, a couple of 3 weeks ago, and they'd suggested a rebrand of the badging and building in the HomeServe logo to the partnership. And it just then sort of struck me that maybe now is the time to revisit changing our name. And as people say, we want a football club that we're proud of on and off the pitch. And we like to do our bit to make sure that off the pitch, we've got a great reputation for supporting the local community through the foundation work.
Yeah, I think it rolls off the tongue a lot better as well.
Yeah,
I think I said that last time, the Walsall FC community programme. But I think the Walsall FC Foundation is sort of much more of a hit name-wise. I think it's nice that HomeServe have sort of kept that connection with the club as well.
Yeah, it's really good. There's the obvious Poundland sponsorship that's out there now, and everybody knows the naming rights and the shirt sponsorship are with Poundland. And I know that HomeServe were keen to stay connected to the club. And I suppose from a personal note, the fact that Poundland are a local company, HomeServe are a local company to Walsall, and they're big companies that want to impact the town that they're from and that they're based in, to have that HomeServe partnership with us and continue the link with the club overall, but also now start to impact the community with our work is really positive. So I was really pleased to have that partnership come about.
Yeah. I think you've got a fan on here. Andrew Wood has said, I think Adam should be head of youth. He's an amazing gentleman. I bet
That's very kind.
That's nice, isn't it? That's nice.
Very kind. I know Rob, who's the head of youth at the club, Rob Williams. I've known him a long time, and he's very good at the job. So yeah, hopefully youth and the foundation are both in good hands.
Yeah, that's it. As I've mentioned, as we discussed, I was hoping to get Rob on the channel. I think that still happen at some point. Sort of understand what's happening with the youth.
Yeah.
It's been a big change, hasn't it, with the Trevella group coming in? Sort of, have you seen the changes with that, the different emphasis?
Well, I've been at the club a number of years and seen various managers come and go. More recently now, I've seen 2 new chairmen in a relatively short space of time, I suppose. Yeah. For me, I think Jeff obviously ran a very good ship, and it was part of the reason Trevella said, that they were keen to buy a club that was run well financially. Don't always get the big name strikers, but perhaps and things like that. But that was important to Trevella, so that shouldn't be forgotten. Lee obviously took the club over at a difficult time because we've had a relegation and COVID. But by Lee's connections and bringing in Trevella, it's been fantastic. And I can only speak of what we've had dealings with them, and they're very much community minded as well. They want a football club that impacts the community, and I think once they'd done their due diligence of the football side and making sure everything was right for that, which was quite rightly their priority, they've looked at some of the other areas of the club, us being one of them, and really want to support what we do and are big supporters of the work we're doing at the moment. They found out a lot about what we do. We talked about the annual report last time I was on. They've had our annual reports. They've researched everything we do, and they're really impressed with what we offer as a club through the foundation, and want to continue to see that grow and support that as well. So for me, it's all positive, and it's a nice, refreshing change for the club as well.
Yeah, I think anybody as new owners can come in and say the right things, but it really looks like it's the real deal, and they're really getting involved, and they've got genuine heart for the community, as well as obviously the plaudits from Walsall's forthcoming ascension up the leagues. We hope. Obviously, they'll get the plaudits from that. But I mean, to sort of support and give extra emphasis to the work that you're doing and helping the people of Walsall, that's it's the truth. Actually doing the do is they've come in and they mention community a lot. If you think back and go back and rewatch the press releases on the takeover, they mentioned supporting the community around the club a lot, taking an interest in the town itself and the challenges that certain aspects of the town has, and without baffling the science of it all, we obviously try and understand the socio-economic situations within the town in terms of employment rates, educational rates, and health and everything else that we try and have a positive impact on. They've taken an interest in that as well. They've got particular members of the Trevella group that are taking that on as a kind of role for them. And they're very supportive. They're looking at supporting some sort of project with us that we're hopeful of developing and announcing soon, and that's really refreshing as well. So they've got one eye on the football aspect, and it's probably their keenest eye, and then one eye on everything else they can do. And the fact they want to support the town, which has got its issues, as has most towns and cities, is really good of them. And they as it stands, they're sticking to their word from all the press releases they gave. Yeah, there's a real feel-good factor at the minute. Obviously, beating Hartlepool 4-0 certainly helps.
Yeah,
but there's a massive feel-good factor. I think the latest addition, Tom Knowles from Yeovil, many have sort of referred to him as the best player in the non-league.
That was announced yesterday. I think the biggest thing you can maybe take, if you hadn't heard of him, was that a lot of Yeovil fans are very disappointed to see him leave.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
And good players that drop out the league obviously want to join the league, a bit like some of the players when a Premier League team gets relegated and they feel they're still capable of playing in the Premier League, they want to leave. I mean, how many Burnley players, for example, have left Burnley to go and play for Premier League clubs again? So for him, I suppose, that's how it looks from the outside looking in. He's dropped to non-league, but feels he's got more to offer, and we appear to have got a very good signing, and he's got the number 10 shirt.
I haven't heard confirmation of that. I did guess, because that was the shirt number that was missing that sort of had everybody, the crowd.
Yeah, the club have put that out officially today.
Okay.
So, that's, and we all know the number 10 and the responsibility that carries around the world as a number 10. Well, so let's hope he can do that. It's
one of those, is you can't give just anybody the number 10 shirt, can you? So he's obviously got something about him.
It's one of those iconic numbers, isn't it, in football? So, let's hope he can live up to the expectation of that number.
It's quite difficult, because in years gone by, we've sort of pretty much been able to pick the team beforehand, and I've had a go at that, and I did well Saturday. I picked the starting lineup, but with all the players we've got now, it's blooming heck.
Yeah, I mean, we've had another big intake of players. I think that's a couple of 3 summers where we've done that, and I guess for me, from where we come from, I look at it and kind of go, right, a new manager comes in, new players come in. What are their thoughts on supporting the work that the club does out into the community in the town and the schools that we operate with? And Mike Flynn's very supportive of it. He was very good when he was at Newport. I know the head of scheme at Newport, and he gave me sort of good reports on how Mike was there. He's backed that up, at Walsall doing that. We've met a lot of the players, because you have to remember, I suppose, with COVID, for the last 2 years, we've not been allowed down dressing rooms and tunnel areas on match days. We've not been allowed down the training ground. So accessing players to get them out for player visits and appearances, to sign stuff for supporters and all the stuff that we'd normally do is just restarting. And for me, I suppose, I wouldn't say I was nervous of it, but I was apprehensive of kind of where everybody was at after 2 years or so of not doing it. And all the new lads are keen, they all want to get involved. Matt Sadler had chats with me about, restarting player appearances around schools and different events that we'll get the players involved in. We've had a good intake of players, but it feels like not only have we got good players, but there seems to be some good characters as well that want to do their bit on and off the pitch.
Well, I was going to say, just thinking particularly of Tom Knowles, if he wants to play in the number 10 role, he's going to dispossess Isaac Hutchinson, the Hutch. So I can't imagine that happening. But I mean, then it's so.
It's good. I suppose it's good to have options. We seem to have them, and the performance was, a really good performance against Hartlepool, and let's hope that they go out and perform similar again and give us a chance against Newport tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I put on my pre-match that this is the big test. Hartlepool, I think, was struggling in a lot of ways. But you can only beat the team they put in front of you, can't you?
Yeah, you can only play the team in front. So, and I'm sure there will be sterner tests, but I think if performances stay consistent to last week, then I think we're in for a good ride.
Yeah, I think Newport have bandied about they're going to beat us 5-0. I think they might be in for a bit of a shock. I think it's not the Walsall from last season. We've actually got strikers now. We did for about 3 years. We've had no strikers hardly. Yeah,
it's a different team to last year, and a couple of teams coming back into the league that have been league clubs before in Stockport and Grimsby, and let's hope it's a competitive league and that we're able to compete at the top end.
We certainly hope so. Just a thought. The club are working on sort of improving the supporter experience and that sort of thing. Yeah. Is it possible for you guys to get involved in that and have an half time slot?
Yeah, there's the fan experience group that are working with Graham, the SLO. I've had conversations with them. We've talked about half-time entertainment. We've talked about some of the pre-match stuff. On a match day, we're actually really busy. With the home serve partnership, we're now offering 8 different match visits, plus the opportunity to bring groups back in from schools and football clubs into the Guard of Honour flag bearer duties and the ball boy duties and ball girl duties around the pitch. So we're very busy engaging those. And if we do a full engagement, we can be bringing 200 to 300 kids to a game each week. So that as an engagement in one respect of bringing the support through and having kids get that sort of special match day experience with us is what we do. We've talked about half time. I think the club are looking at that as well with the fan group. If we can help with that, we certainly will. We are discussing it. But I guess one of the considerations we have to have is gone from the days. I remember when I first joined the club, we used to do the halftime American shootouts. I think I mentioned them before, but now we live in a world where they want the pitch watered. So whether it's a penalty shootout with a shower at the same time, I'm not sure. But you know, there's so much goes on now. You see the warm-ups change where players are warming up more at half time and more professionally, almost with the sports therapists and the strength and conditioning coaches. You didn't see that a few years ago. The sprinklers coming on and having a full rotation across the whole pitch in 15 minutes. That didn't happen 5-10 years ago, you know. So the balance of, we do the interviews with the ex-players and different things. So I know the club are looking at it. They want to keep improving the experience, and I think it's made huge strides since the last time we had fans in and everything was normal, if that's the right way of putting it. But it'd be good to just keep introducing those sort of things at games.
Yeah, I'm just thinking sort of almost either just before the game or half time, sort of like a quick little video on the screen of sort of some of the work that you've been doing and sort of share that with the supporters that are there. I think that would be a really good way of getting out.
We can certainly look at that. And one of the things I suppose a lot of people will see now that obviously the highlight show has gone from Quest to ITV. And I've been in meetings through the community for the EFL Trust where we've all been kind of told that the ITV TV programme wants to look at trying to have a feature each week of different clubs and their community work up and down. So, there's aspects of that. Hopefully we'll get picked. You know, it's a way to shine a light on the club and the work that we do off the pitch. And I think every club's looking forward to being picked and possibly having a little feature on the ITV show as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
So that'd be really good.
Prediction for Saturday?
Prediction for Saturday. Bit different to the Hartlepool game, but I'm going to stay ultra positive. I'm going to go 3-1 Walsall. 3-1
Walsall. I've gone for 2-1 Walsall. We'd be happy with that. I think Newport have got plenty of strike power, haven't they? But I think maybe they won't have as many clean sheets as we will. I'm hoping. What am I saying? I shouldn't be saying that now before the game, should I?
Yeah, let's see.
Scratch that. I'll delete that. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Now it's great for you to come on, Adam. I think it's important to share what you're doing, and if we can sort of get that into the halftime thing as well. But by all means, anytime you've got anything that you really want to share, just come on. Whether it's just sort of like a 5-minute thing, and I can sort of put it into one of my previews.
I certainly appreciate that. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to speak to you and get that message out. Because I know obviously your channel's got over 1,000 followers now, and
it's gone crazy. Really, it's gone crazy. I'm loving it. It is busy. It's a busy old world and busy game, but
we've always got new projects starting. I can elaborate more now. We've launched the Home Serve partnership. We're doing some holiday program activities with them. We're doing match day activities with them. We'll be launching a youth employment program with Home Serve. I think late September, early October, we're planning that. I'm hoping that, with the work with the Travella Group, there might be some new projects that we've got with them running. So lots on the horizon that we can talk about. So, if I can come back and share a bit of that, it'd be fantastic. Yeah,
you're always welcome back. It's a pleasure, as always. We've got to keep sharing, and the people of Walsall need the support and need their engagement, and that's what we're here for, to help that.
No, exactly. And as you said at the start, we're a little bit of all of us at clubs up and down the country, sometimes the best kept secret, doing lots of work that maybe the fans don't always know about, and people outside of the club don't always know about. So the opportunity to share the good work and have a club to be proud of off the pitch as well as on it is vital for us. So I appreciate the time.
Yeah, as we say, the better the team do, the better engagement you'll get as well, perhaps as well.
Yeah, there's a natural spotlight on us when well, a positive spotlight on us when we're doing well, and that's the light we want to shine. So yeah, that'd be really good.
Brilliant, nice one. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you very much.
Champion, Walsall Fan TV, the joy and the pain, and follow the journey. And great to have you on our journey, Adam. Nice.
Thank you very
Thanks
much
for coming on. Cheers, everybody. Up the Saddlers. That's it. Cheers.
Thanks.